everybody. Welcome back. This is Miss Faye, and this is my world. All right, today we're going to talk about the narcissist. Lessons from the narcissist. Before we get started, I'd like to say welcome. Welcome to the channel. Welcome to all the new visitors, the new subscribers, and welcome to you who have been with me from the beginning. I really appreciate you. Now we have a letter. So let's dive right into this letter and see what she says. I have been with my boyfriend for 5 years. He was okay at the beginning, like they always are. We were trying for children for a long time, and I had to have a lot of tests and visit fertility hospitals as I am still grieving a child. So wait a minute now. You're grieving a child, so you lost one or you aborted one? This is your husband that you've been with for 5 years, and you have been trying to have children. But it's been a no-go. I'm going to tell you a little secret because I don't know how old you are here, but I was 40 when I had my last child. And my husband was, he was 5 years younger. He was 35. And he didn't have any kids. And I had already had 3 from a previous marriage. Well, anywho, he convinced me that we ought to have this baby. And, then I got excited about it. But it took a while to get pregnant. We went to the doctor and he had to go through, tell you to lay on your back, don't get up, and all kind of positions that the doctor tell you. And nothing worked. I met a woman from the South that worked on my job. And she came to me and she said, you want to get pregnant? Go find that Geritol. Now, Geritol, I don't know now. I think that it just comes in pills. Some places you may be able to find the liquid. The dark Geritol liquid is what she had me to take. And I would take a tablespoon of that every day. And bam, I got pregnant just like that. So, that's a natural way. It worked for me. So just try it out. Okay, now let's see what else you say. I divorced him. Okay, too late. As I saw a lot of red flags and feel less of a woman for not being able to give him a child. Why? Why does that make you feel less than a woman? Because you think it's your duty to give man babies? It's your choice, not your duty. Ladies, you must realize what a special person you are being a female. You are a portal into this dimension. No human can come into this dimension without coming through you. You are the sacred portal. And you need to be treated like that. Quit downplaying yourself and say, I couldn't have a child, so, I feel less than a woman. No. It could have been a blessing why you didn't have his child. So a lot of times when things happen in our lives, don't look at the negative side. Look for the blessing in it. If you had to end up divorcing him, it would have been no good for you to have a child and then divorce him. It doesn't make any sense. Okay? Not unless you just wanted to have the baby for yourself. Then, you can go out and have a baby if, you just want to raise the baby by yourself. You can do that. But don't think less of yourself because you're having difficulty getting pregnant. It's a choice to be a mother. It's not an obligation. Like we were taught, we have all been programmed to believe that we are obligated to bear children. You bear them if you want to. If you don't want to have any children, don't have any. We first started seeing each other when I was 24. His girlfriend, who was 18, got pregnant multiple times in just 1 year. but they never saw through because of miscarriages and abortions. What's with this dude? If he wanted to have a baby, it looks like he could have had one with his ex-girlfriend who got pregnant multiple times. He didn't have to abort every one of them. He could have kept one if that's what he wanted. It sounds like he didn't want a baby. It must have been the women who want the baby, because in this day and age, you know, I don't believe in accidental pregnancies. If you get pregnant, it's because somewhere in the back of your mind, you want to be pregnant. All right? It's too much information out there today where you can have sex and not get pregnant. So, ladies, for this man to get his ex-girlfriend pregnant so many times, it's something wrong with him. You didn't need to be with him anyway, probably from the beginning. You say you saw red flags. You probably saw red flags before you married him. Okay, not 5 years after you married him. And he kept talking and bragging about how fertile she was, knowing it was killing me. Well, you know what? You entitled your letter, My Narcissist. And if he truly is a narcissist, he was out to destroy you from the beginning. You were merely just supply. He was only with you to drain you of your energy and resources. That's it. And you over there trying to have a baby with a narcissist. And for those of you who are kind of new to the channel, I'm a spiritualist, and I'm going to speak to you about this narcissist from a spiritual perspective. The narcissist is someone who has accepted demonic energy in their life. And this demonic energy is actually controlling them. Usually these people have accepted this energy when they were in childhood through some kind of trauma that happened in their lives. And this demon rose up in them and has grown with them and is now manipulating other people using their body as the vessel. So these people have no real soul. They don't care anything about you at all. From the beginning to the end, they're just with you for your resources, whatever they are. So don't be with them and then think that you're going to start a family with them. Plus, you wouldn't want to marry one. I don't know when you realized that he was a narcissist. You say you divorced him as you saw a lot of red flags. That's what you say. But did you divorce him after he left you? Because if he was a narcissist, you wouldn't have been that strong, that fast to just run out and divorce him, because his energy would have taken over you in these 5 years. You would have been so bonded to him, to even the thought of him leaving, you would have crumbled. So everybody who mistreats you is not a narcissist. Some people are just cruel. They're not demons, but they can be demonic-like. You see? But in any regard, it's about you. If you want a baby, there's sperm banks. I think you can go out and buy the sperm now and have a baby. You don't need a man to have a baby. But you need to be financially stable yourself. You got to be able to support your own baby. All right? But don't have a baby to hook up and to hold on to a man. That's the wrong thing to do. It doesn't work. It's never worked. So don't do it, ladies. Depend on yourself. Know yourself. Love yourself. You can have it all if you believe in yourself and that's your desire. Don't just go out here and latch on to a man so that you could have, the white picket fence kind of life. You got your husband and you said you was trying for a long time to have children. Whether the issue is him or you. You said you went to doctors. They should have been able to tell you something, but now he gonna throw this in your face. This is a question right here. He's going to throw his ex-girlfriend in your face to try to make you feel bad. Usually, men would do that when they are the ones that have the problem. He's probably already been told that he's got slow or no sperm. So that's why he's going to try to justify himself to you by telling you something about some ex-girlfriend. Did you ever see her pregnant? Do you know this for a fact? Well, then don't listen to him, because I think he's lying. I think he's lying for him to come up with that. And you were hurt by it. Well, he wanted to shut you up. He wanted to shut you down. I don't think he wants any babies. He probably had a vasectomy and can't have babies. You can't trust these people. Okay? You can't trust them at all. So the best thing you can do, and my advice to you, is love yourself. I'm going to start saying this after every video. Love yourself, because this is so important. When you love yourself, you can see a lot more red flags soon as they happen. You don't have to go down a rabbit hole to get knocked out before you wake up and say, wait a minute, I don't need to be here. You get it long before that. I hope that you understand the message today, and I really hope that it helps someone. Now, those of you who may have a question that you'd like for me to answer, my email address is in the description. I want to thank you so much for supporting this channel. Thank you for your comments and your letters. And a very special thank you to those that leave a donation. I really appreciate all of you. I wish you all the very best. And I really hope to see you next time.